Hi everyone, it's Bobbi-Jo and welcome to my home. I am coming to you with a review, and I apologize that I have not done any videos yet this month since my early and my first of the month videos. It's just December is just flying by. I want to wish everybody a happy holidays, and I hope that whatever holiday that you're enjoying, you are having fun with the festivities with family and friends, and Happy New Year as well. So we are going to be doing a review for A Letter to the Luminous Deep. And this is by Sylvie Catherall, and it's the Sunken Archives series. So I think there's only the 2 books in the series, if I remember correctly. And this book is it's set in a fantasy world, which is underwater. And it is basically just letters going back and forth. And you get the story through those letters. Now, the majority of the letters, I believe, are through between Sophie and Varen. And Sophie and Varen have siblings. So Sophie has E for a sister, and Varen has Henry for a brother. And unfortunately, Henry and E disappear. And Sophie and Varen are trying to go through their documents to try to figure out what happened. So they are passing their respective siblings' documents back and forth, and each are reading them and trying to figure out the issue. And we get to know also, and through these, that E and Henry, they're corresponding as well. So we're reading their letters to each other as well. E initially reached out to Henry with scientific information or question. And since Henry was a renowned scientist, he was able to write her back and discuss that. And the more they discussed things, the more they realized they had mutual interests, and the more they felt attracted to each other. So there was something that happened at E's underwater home, and they noticed something there, and this is part of the equation. I won't go too much into that. I do feel that the Goodreads synopsis of this book was quite detailed, and I am glad that I didn't read it before the book. However, I will be putting the link below in case you want to read it. But yeah, I felt it was a little bit, it gave a lot away, I felt. So yeah, I had some pros and cons, of course, as usual. Pros: I love the concept of the letters back and forth. It just, you get to know so much through a method that you wouldn't think you would get to know things that easily. So, for instance, character personalities, the development of the characters, their interests. I felt that I was able to connect with the characters very well. And the reason is because the author did a good job being able to establish what the characters were like through the letters. In addition to that, the environment is able to be, I was able to visualize that very well. Even though, again, it's not a lot. It's not, there's no letter setting out or a paragraph setting out, okay, this is what the, like, a world building kind of thing. It's I really enjoyed that aspect. Another pro is that it's LGBTQ plus. And I enjoy having that diversity in there. And then the romance between Henry and E, I really enjoyed that aspect as well. The cons, I felt that the last bit of it, I was a little bit confused. Maybe I'm supposed to be before I go into the second book. I don't know, but I do think that it could be a standalone if the person didn't want to go further. But I am definitely going to read the second book. The only other thing was the pacing. I think the book needed to be cut down a little bit. That I think would have improved the pacing of it. But it didn't take a lot away from the book. I still gave this book a 4 out of 5. I think it's the 3.66 on Goodreads, I think, is a little bit low for this. But maybe others may not have liked the concept as well as I did. Yeah, so that's what I thought about A Letter to the Luminous Deep. Also, it has a beautiful, beautiful cover. So anyways, I will leave you guys with that. And yeah, please check out the links and things below. Hashtag Thursday Booktube is done by Daphne with Mountain Home and Kitchen, and Patty with Life with Patty. They do that each Thursday. I always put it in my descriptions because yeah, I don't always participate when I should, but anyways, I feel it's good to have them in there just so people get to know about their hashtag. You also have the link to my other channel, which is Bobbi-Jo Made This by Hand. There's also down there, I believe, my profile for Goodreads and my Instagram. A few other things, I guess. All right, you guys, I will let you go, and thanks again for stopping by.